Living life is Stae. Hey, hey, living life is Stae. Hey, hey, love yourself first, explicitly. You overtook yourself to move with that energy. Empower your self-esteem. Self-love is king. That's the only way to win. That's how you empower your dreams. Living life is Stae. Hey, hey, living life is Stae. Hey, hey, living life is Stae. Hey, hey, living life is Stae. Hey, hey.
Hey, y'all. Happy Thursday and welcome to Living Life with Stae. And I'm your girl, Stae Hall. I am a certified emotional intelligence and soft skills coach, a life coach, L.Y.F.E, love yourself first explicitly, a published author, a mom, and all the things. That's who I am. Those are all things Stae Hall. And of course, I'm a YouTuber, a podcaster, doing all that stuff. I'm coming on late tonight because duty called and I needed to be in position as the board member of the Fort Worth Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce and the chair of the women's division, and now the co-chair of our upcoming annual luncheon, which is in June. And so today we had our State of the Chamber, which is a networking event of sorts. And that's where we just kind of address everyone in the community who is involved with the chamber, our small business owners, our partners, and let them know how things went in the previous year and where we are and what we're forecasting for the current year. And so things are really going great with the chamber. I am happy to say, hey, Janet, I saw your message. Yeah, girl. So I didn't change the thumbnail, but I did set it for 9 because I knew I had that chamber event today from 6 to 8. So I apologize for any confusion, but y'all know that this is what? March Madness. So welcome to March Madness, which means that your girl is showing up no matter what time of day or night. If I can't come on my regular scheduled time, I'm still going to show up because I made that commitment and I challenged myself to do that. So I'm going to do it, but I didn't even think about changing the thumbnail. So yeah, I figured, people would figure it out because I did make sure I had the time set correctly so that notifications and everything would go out at the right time, but just didn't think about the thumbnail. But yeah, it was great. We were able to report nothing but increase. So that was so great. We've had an increase in membership. We've had an increase in partnership. We've had an increase in revenue. And so, yeah, we've had a 144% increase in revenue. And so the chamber is doing great things. And that is why I tell y'all to find out. Hey, Deborah. Find out about the Chamber of Commerce in your area because it is a wealth of knowledge and resources. So I just, isn't that amazing, Janet? Amazing, 144%. And we have increased in membership. Oh my gosh, we had 430 memberships or members of the Black Chamber in 2022, and now we're up to the high 700s. And so our goal is to get that to 1,000 members by the end of this year and $1 million in revenue. So yeah, we are cooking with gas at the chamber. And so I have been given the honor and the privilege to co-chair our annual luncheon, which we usually host between 950 people to 1,000 people. Magic Johnson came and spoke at our luncheon about 4 or 5 years ago. So we're looking for another dynamic speaker this year. And we are looking for even more people. And we're having it at the Fort Worth Convention Center. And so it is a huge honor to have been asked to co-chair that with my partner in crime, Mr. Ty Stimson, who is a very prestigious attorney here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So a lot going on, and I'm happy about it being very, very, very productive. Let's see. I've gotten to look into the chamber here. My friend Ron is a part of it, but I've not considered joining, but I've never considered joining. And you know what, Janet? or at least not until now. And the thing is, just go to a couple of events. Like, there were several people there tonight who kind of had said the same thing, that they had heard about the chamber and knew people who were a part of the chamber, but they had never really thought about, they didn't know what benefits it was for them, if that was even, where they belonged and all the things. And then after tonight, they realize, oh my gosh, I want to be a part of this. And that's how it usually happens, unless you've just kind of grown up in the chamber, which one of my friends said today when he got up to do his part. He's been around the chamber his whole life, but a lot of us like me haven't. And so a great way to introduce yourself to the chamber and introduce them to you is just start off by going to just a couple of events, hearing what they have to say, seeing what they have to offer, and then making a decision for yourself. But I wholeheartedly suggest that you at least do your research and just kind of see what's going on. But anyway, y'all, so it's March Madness. I didn't really have a topic tonight. I wasn't sure if y'all were going to hang with me this late at night, because I know a lot of people are on the East Coast, and so it's like 10 o'clock. And so I figured for whoever was here, hey, Amanda, thank you so much for tuning in. I figured for whoever is here, that we would do like maybe what do you want to call it? Like an impromptu coaching session, a group coaching session. And so I just decided for this to be Ask Stae. Ask me anything. This is your opportunity to drive the conversation. I don't have any set topic. It's not like anything is off limits. I'm an open book. I don't mind sharing. And so I figured this would be a good time, because I'm always coming up with the topics. I'm always the one doing all the talking. And so I'm going to put the link in the chat just in case anybody wants to join. And my link doesn't even look right, because it's just saying StreamYard. So I don't know what that's about. But I did see a blurb saying that StreamYard was having some issues today. So I'm going to put this link in here and we'll see if it works in case any of y'all want to join me. But the link is looking a little bit wonky, so I'm not really sure. But if the link doesn't work, we can just do typed in questions. But I just wanted to give y'all the opportunity, not like you can't ask me questions anytime, but now that we've kind of gotten to know each other over these last almost couple of weeks with March Madness, and some of you are new subscribers and maybe have consumed some of my content and kind of know, yeah, the link is, I don't know why it's not giving me like all those letters or whatever it usually gives afterwards. So I don't know why it's doing that. But again, I did get an alert earlier saying that StreamYard was having some issues today. But we always have the chat. I'd rather us be able to talk face to face, but we always have the chat. But what I wanted to do is just give y'all an opportunity to maybe ask me a question where maybe you need more clarity on something you've heard me say in the past, or maybe it's something, would you say, but it's okay, I'm looking crazy from helping my husband with some projects. Girl, I know that feeling. That's me most of the time. And y'all, any of y'all who see my vlogs, you know this is not how I show up every day in real life. Yeah, sometimes your girl be tore up from the floor up. But that's okay. That's okay. That's who we are. We, but we clean up well, right, Janet? So what I wanted to do is just give y'all the opportunity, like I said, to ask me anything. You can put the questions in the chat, anything that you know that I've talked about, and maybe you just want more clarity on it. You want to take a deeper dive into it. And whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's spiritual, whatever it is, because y'all know I do all things. So I am, the life coach. And so I talk about everything as far as self-love, but I also do the emotional intelligence. I also do a lot with business. So whatever, let me see. Stae, I know you've worked in service businesses, but have you ever sold physical products? I have, Janet. I have done some of the multi-level marketing type of businesses in the past. I was with Mary Kay for a very short period of time. I had a lot of fun and a great experience with an art company called Artistic Impressions years ago, where I educated people on art and sold art. And so that's where I learned a lot about the differences between lithograms and originals and copies and all of that. And then I was with another company called 5 Links, where they sold things like electricity service, cell phone service, but not really the greatest salesperson if I'm not super passionate about it. And so I got involved in those businesses. Now, the art business I did really like, but the art was so expensive. So even though I loved it, I wasn't able to make a lot of money because not many people were able to just drop $300, $500, $700 on a painting, and not to mention framing. But I did really enjoy it, and I was passionate about that. I still have some of that art hanging in my home today. But the other things I really wasn't passionate about. And so I used to always say, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. But what I realized is I'm just not like a used car salesperson. I have to be really passionate about it. So that is, kind of what I learned, that we're all salespeople in some way, shape, or form. But some people are able to, sell snow to an Eskimo, when other people, really have to be passionate. Let's see. Really, we got a troll in here. Where is my moderator? Tell us about your amazing and supportive husband. Yes, I have an amazing and supportive husband. He deals with all of my shenanigans, all my business ventures. He has realized, he even said today, that he is my handler. We were at the event today, and there were people who wanted to talk to me, and I didn't, see him. I was talking to somebody else. And so he's kind of got me like, babe, that lady over there has been waiting to talk to you, babe. Come on, go this way, and kind of moving me through the crowd. Very, very supportive. He took pictures of me today and videoed me as I spoke. My husband is amazing. Just ask him. He'll tell y'all. See, and there y'all go again, encouraging him. Right. Just ask him, right? Yes. So humble, so modest. Oh, thank you for saying hello to my crazy husband, Deborah. So here's my situation. I'm set to launch my business selling handmade skin and body products using herbs I grow and I am freaking out. No, don't freak out. You are going to be awesome. The thing is, you just have to plan. And, I've said before that when you're passionate about something, you're going to freak out. You're going to be nervous. I still get nervous every time I stand before a crowd to speak, and I do it on at least a weekly basis. So the nervousness and the freaking out, that's normal. That just means that you really care and you're passionate about it. But don't worry about, hey, Sarah, but don't worry about it. You're passionate about it. You're going to do well. You just have to have a good plan. Start launching things, or like previewing them. Let people know what you have going on. Kind of start building that database, that customer base ahead of time. And you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And those things are really a hot commodity now. And so, I've been hinting around about something that I have going on that's brewing with an extension of Love Yourself First explicitly. And Janet, it is along the lines of the skin and body products. So maybe you and I can do some collaborating, but don't be nervous about being nervous. You know what I mean? And don't be nervous about freaking out. Go with your gut. Don't overthink it. Don't think that you have to be perfect. Do your best and know that things are going to happen. There's going to be bumps along the road, but you are equipped and you are going to be successful. And success is not an overnight thing. It's a journey, but just stick at it and don't get distracted and don't get discouraged, and just start doing things now and kind of start introducing people to what you have going on, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Let's see. I said hello to Sarah. Oh, your first show is in 5 weeks. Oh, thank you for hitting the live button. Thank you. Okay, your first show is in 5 weeks. So, girl, you got plenty of time. You are going to be good. I know it is going to be amazing. And what you might start wanting to do now is getting some reviews from people who have already used your products, or get some people to use your products, kind of like the testers. Get reviews, have them put those out there on your website or your social media. So again, you're starting with already having this support system, and you're starting with already having those receipts of people who have used your products, tried your products. Take a lot of beautiful pictures and just stay consistent. Show up as often as you can. And so, and that way you can start inviting people to your show. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. I'm excited. I can't wait to try some of the products. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's a good question. What about it has you freaking out? See, in my head, it's probably the whole thing. Amanda, I'm going to jump over to YouTube since I'm the only one on Facebook. Yeah, my Facebook is acting weird, and then it's probably kind of late too. But yes, Amanda, I know it ain't late for you because we be on lives till the break of dawn with our girl KC. But thank you. Yeah. And when you're on YouTube, again, it makes it easier for me to dialogue with you. It also helps me in the YouTube algorithm. It helps me with my watched hours. So YouTube is my preference, but of course, because I have the most followers, I actually have the most followers on TikTok, but TikTok is long form, but I have a lot of followers on Facebook. So of course I go to Facebook, but my desire when I'm on Facebook is to bring y'all over to YouTube, because YouTube is what this is really about and where I'm trying to grow. So I appreciate you, Amanda, for jumping over to YouTube. You felt lonely over there by yourself. Hey, Miss T with the T, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tonight is Ask Stae, Miss T. I don't know how long you've been in here, but ask me anything. Ask me anything. I am doing like a group coaching session, a little impromptu coaching session because I had to come on late tonight. And so I figured it would be a good time for anyone who has any questions for me. And it can be any questions about myself, questions about you, things you think I might be able to help you with. I hate the fact that this link is not working on StreamYard because I don't know why the link just does not have anything on it. That is so weird. And I'm afraid to like refresh the screen because I don't want to lose y'all. What you say? I'm waiting for our girl to come live to show us our beautiful niece. I know that picture just melted my heart, right? Oh my gosh. I was grinning from ear to ear. I didn't believe you didn't believe YouTube girl. And so here's the thing. I have committed to this March Madness, right? I said I'm coming live every day through March 31st. And then today is Thirsty Thursday anyway, but I had an event that I had to host or co-host today at Texas Wesleyan University for the Fort Worth Black Chamber. And that event was from 6 to 8. So I said, I'm going to stay true to my word. And even though I can't be there on time, I am definitely going to show up. So that's what I did. So it is a late night for me. Wallace, every time I plan something out of my control just knocks me flat. That happens. And that is to be expected. And so that's why what I want you to do, Janet, is already have that mindset, like not a negative mindset, but already just mentally prepare yourself. And the key words there is out of my control. So guess what? We can't be bothered or worry about things that are out of our control, because no matter how much we worry, you can't prepare for those things. But just know, life be life, and just know that this too shall pass. And so it doesn't matter if, for instance, you have a launch date of June 1st and then something doesn't show up. So guess what? Launch on June 15th. It's okay. Whatever happens, just have that mindset that it's normal, because life be lifing, and this too shall pass. Just don't let it completely derail you. Don't make it discourage you. Don't let it make you think that this isn't what you're supposed to be doing. Because if you are truly passionate about it and it brings you joy to create these products and do these things, then keep moving forward, because stuff happens all the time. I have done women's conferences. My first ever women's conference that I was hosting myself, girl, we got to the venue and somehow their wires got crossed and they didn't realize that it was that day. I get to the venue. Of course, I get there early, but people were coming. Me and the women who are going to be at my women's conference are standing outside We weren't able to set up. So I actually end up going into my women's conference at the same time as all of the attendees, and we're setting up and everything. And it seemed like in my mind, it was a royal mess. I'm just like, oh my gosh, no one's ever going to want to come to my events. Now here I am several years later, just had the most successful conference of my career this past January, which all built up from that one. Why? Because I never stopped. I just kept doing it year after year, and that was out of my control. And the good thing about it is everybody still had a great time. Everyone was still impacted. We were able to do everything we wanted to do, and I ended up getting the venue for free. So it was a win-win. And that's the thing too. Sometimes when life be life and then things happen and they kind of get us frustrated, we end up getting some sort of blessing out of it anyway. So just don't overthink it. I paid $50 to be in the show on May 4th. Okay, well, that's fine as well. Whatever you have, whatever goes on. First of all, we are claiming the fact that everything is going to be perfect. But let's just say this. Let's give a worst case scenario, Janet. Worst case scenario, because I want you to be prepared for whatever. If you don't feel like you have the products or whatever you need on that day, and you're going to have them. But even if you didn't, you show up anyway. And you show up and you have your laptop and you have pictures of your products and you have your brochures or your flyers and you have your business cards and you have everything, and you're there to tell people about your products, and you're taking orders and you're introducing yourself to people. You're networking like we did yesterday. Just don't let anything make you feel like you can't still show up and do what you were planning on doing. There is nothing. Like I said, if at the end of it all, you don't die, you're good to go. I may pass like a kidney stone, but it's going to pass. Girl, it's not going to pass like a kidney stone. You will be fine. You will. I'm telling you, already be speaking that stuff, saying those affirmations, looking yourself in the mirror and saying, I am fully equipped to handle whatever comes my way. I am passionate. I will be successful. Talk to yourself that way. And also, like I said, because life be life, and I'm never the person who's going to say, oh, as long as you do your affirmations and you think positively, everything is going to be fine. That's not always the case. But guess what? You're going to survive it and things will be fine in the long run. I've done that before where I've been somewhere and didn't have exactly what I needed. I went to an event and I was supposed to have books for people. My shipment of books did not come in. People were expecting a book signing and all they got was Stae. So what we did is we took pictures. I got everybody's name. I got their information, and I just ended up shipping them the books later, but they still had a good time. They got to meet me. We got to chit and chat, and it was fine. So don't worry about it. You're going to be good. You're going to be good. Let me see. Yes, I love it. Yeah, let's keep encouraging Janet. Plus, how can I miss a show that is on Star Wars Day? Oh, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Yes, I know. I've never seen Star Wars, Janet. I know. I'm that person who has never seen any of the movies that everybody else has seen. But yeah, how can anything go wrong? And then the next day is Cinco de Mayo. So then you can go and celebrate and have a margarita. So you'll be fine. Yep, just keep showing up. That's what you do every single time. Just keep showing up. There is a gospel song that I love. Get back it up again. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. I mean, I love that. If something happens, you just get back up again and you keep trying, because all successful people, and I mean truly successful, I'm not just saying wealthy people because they were left some money or whatever. I'm talking about people who have built their own wealth, their own success. They have all fallen. No one is ever the overnight success. That's a phrase that we put out there, but that's not true. To truly be successful and do something that you've worked on, yeah, there's going to be some bumps along the road, but we're not even claiming that. It's going to be great. Yep. I mean, there's always something that you can do. No, you do not have to at all. Just, show up, have your pictures. Like I said, if you have an iPad, a laptop, show that kind of stuff, have a way to take orders, have some samples. Girl, yeah, you do not. And the thing is, this is what I want to tell you as well, Janet. A lot of times what happens is something happens and we're so worried about it. And then whatever it was that we're worried about, maybe it ends up happening. We don't have all our products, whatever. And then we're so concerned that we're going to get there. And what are people going to think? And how are people going to respond? They don't even know what was supposed to happen. For all they know, you were just there to pass out samples, introduce your business, start building that email list, because I cannot stress enough how important an email list is. And they don't even know. And don't you tell them. Don't make excuses and say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have any products. I'm sorry. Don't even tell them. You act as if everything is going exactly the way you planned it, because they have no idea. What's that on TikTok? They say they'll know. No one will ever know. They won't know. Oh, they'll know. No, they're not going to know. No one knows what your plan was. Right. But did you, that is me, Sarah, all the time. If at the end of the worst case scenario, nobody died, we are good to go. The church is going to have people walking around in Star Wars. Oh, that's going to be fun. Yes, that's another one of my favorite gospel songs. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to speak life over yourself. All of the things in my life I've been through, not having all my products, will not be that deep. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. See, we the tribe. We keeping you encouraged. What was it to what? What did I say? What did I say, Sarah? I don't even remember. Oh, probably about my conference and being locked out. I'm way far. Well, I'm glad. That's what we're here for. And that's why I want to build this tribe. That's why I'm saying I want to build this tribe, because just like Sarah jumped in there to encourage you, Wallace jumps in there to encourage, everybody encourages each other. Like, that is what I love to do. That is my passion. But I truly believe that it takes a village. That's why I'm like, y'all, invite your coworkers, invite your friends. The bigger the tribe, the better, because we're only going to attract like-minded people, right? And so we're going to get people who want those positive vibes, who want that positive juju. And those who don't want that, once they get in here, oh, me never seeing Star Wars. Once they get in here, they ain't going to have any choice but to be positive, or they're going to have to exit stage left. But that is what the tribe is about. And I love that. And you are going to be fine. I can't wait for you to come back and share with us how it was, because no matter what happens, the only thing that needs to be there is you. You show up and you be that amazing you, and you tell people about everything. But you're going to have products. You might not have your full line. Who cares? You're going to have products, because again, who knows who is going to come and say, oh, there was supposed to be 7 bottles of lotion here, y'all, and there's only 4. Nobody knows. And then for all they know, you sold out. No, I haven't. Wallace has like seen all of them. And I think he watched something like called The Mandalorian. And I think that's a part of Star Wars and whatever. Like, I may have seen Star Wars when it first came out when I was a little girl, because I know that we had like the little Star Wars action figures. Y'all, this hot flash is kicking my butt. Y'all see me sweating. This I'm telling you, this being a woman of a certain age will test all of your mental, physical, and spiritual strength. Whew. Telling you, just these personal summers. But yeah, so don't mind me, y'all, while I get undressed. But yeah, so I may have seen it when I was little, because we did have the little action figures. Good. Yes. Showing up is success. Anything you bring is extra. See, you got it. And that's the thing. I mean, I talk about that when I just spoke at the Women's Symposium a couple of weeks ago. It's like, we have to celebrate every win. Like, y'all see, if you haven't seen on my community tab, I announced that I'm close to 600 subscribers. What does 600 subscribers mean to YouTube? Absolutely nothing, but it means a lot to me. So I'm celebrating that win. I am doing a giveaway. Now, there may be some people looking at me like, well, you still ain't monetized. You still don't have the 1,000, but guess what? It's a win. I worked hard for that. We as a tribe worked hard for that. You have to celebrate every single win. And sometimes just showing up is a win. Sometimes we get up And we don't even want to get out of that bed in the morning, let alone get dressed and go somewhere and be before people. And so the fact that we just do it, that is a win. And we need to celebrate that. The first sale is going to be awesome. Oh yeah. Yeah. That first sale. Oh my gosh. It's something else. I've realized, after being an entrepreneur and doing different things, why people back in the day, or maybe still do it, but would put that dollar bill in a frame. Like, it means everything. It means everything. And it doesn't matter how big, how small. It's just like, that is what solidifies us and validates us as a business owner. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And like I said, my YouTube is definitely just an extension of my business, an extension of my business card. It's a way for people to get to know me and decide if they want to work with me without actually meeting me in person. I still can't believe that 500 plus people. I know, right? Isn't that something? Isn't it something? Because it's not, again, I grew on TikTok really fast. I have over 15,000 on TikTok, but TikTok isn't the same kind of commitment, right? Because that's short form content. However, it grew and they're there, but it just hits a little different. I appreciate TikTok, don't get me wrong, but growing those numbers on YouTube just hits a little different because it's more of a commitment, because people don't just subscribe. On TikTok, people are just used to quick and they hit and they hit. And again, I'm not saying that wasn't awesome, and I celebrated my growth on TikTok, but it's just a little bit different on YouTube because people actually have to feel connected to you. Sarah, I bet Stae knows about LLCs if you have a question about that. I do know a little bit about LLCs. That's what I was kind of talking about on Miss T's the other day. TikTok is amazing, but it doesn't make the same level of relationship. Absolutely. That's why I said I don't discount it at all, and I celebrate it because I worked hard. I upload a TikTok just about every day, and so I was not, by any means feeling like I hadn't put the work in, but it's just a little bit different. YouTube and Pinterest. I have a Pinterest and I've used Pinterest before, like for some ideas, but I'm not really big on Pinterest. But I do have a Pinterest, and I know my sister uses Pinterest a lot. And that's another thing. I want to thank each and every one of you who took the time to go and upload or download. I think it's download. Yeah. Upload is when we put it on there. Download is when we get it. Download my sister's ebook and to put those reviews. That is so awesome, just to help with her launch. And that's kind of what she's doing, Janet. My sister released her book, but it was a soft release. And that's the thing. Those are little buzzwords you can use. So when you get to the show, if you don't feel like you have everything you want, tell people it is a soft release of your business. Just say things. Again, they're not going to know. They're like, oh, okay, it's a soft release. It's not a full-on launch. It's a soft launch where you're just testing some things out. But my sister did a soft launch on her book, and so it will be free through the weekend. So if anyone is interested, it's called Why Is Everything So Loud? And you can find it on Amazon. But a lot of you had already done that, but I'm just going to put it here on the screen, but a lot of you had already done that. And that's the reason why she did it. The soft launch is because she wanted to get some reviews and different things before the book was actually available. Let's see. I've been thinking about putting LLC on my name. Yeah, well, we have an LLC. And I don't use LLC a lot in the name. So we're iSalt Institute for Success and Leadership Training. And then we have some other businesses. So very rarely do I actually put the iSalt on there. Like some people, their business would be, ABC LLC. Oh, I shouldn't have used ABC, right? That doesn't make sense. Sarah's Happy has LLC, and some people use it all the time as a part of their name, but you don't necessarily have to. It's completely up to you how you want to use that, because once you have an LLC, you're a limited liability company. No matter what, you don't have to put it in your name. But yeah, lots of decisions. It's, and it's just a personal preference of how you do that. My name is just so long with Institute for Success and Leadership Training already. Hey, Carrie. Oh, well, you know what? I definitely appreciate you sharing, girl. I definitely appreciate it. And I know it's late. I just was determined to show up. I said I was going to be here every night, so I was going to be here. I had an event this evening. But I definitely appreciate you sharing. And I have another event tomorrow morning. I'll be speaking at a women's history event tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock at Black Coffee. And I'm going to be talking about soft skills and emotional intelligence and self-love and all the things. So Women's History Month has been a whirlwind for me. I have had something to do just about every day. If I didn't have anything to do during the week, it was like maybe one day, but it's definitely a blessing. I love being able to stand in front of women and empower them and encourage them. And so, yeah, and I'll be doing it again this morning. And I was out of the door first thing this morning, and my last event wasn't over until 8. So, but it was good. There are lots of decisions in business. It's very annoying. It can be, but again, Janet, that's when things like building the relationships with the people at the Chamber of Commerce, building relationships with the people at the bank, those are the professionals in helping you build a business and helping to guide you in what decisions are best for you. And I am big on leaving it to the professionals. Like, I stay in my lane. I know what I want to do, but I find trusted professionals who can help me navigate through all the mud, right? Because just because you're a business owner doesn't mean that you're going to know all things business. And so that's why it's so important to get a CPA, to be able to sit with a banker and go over a business plan. So don't bog yourself down with all that. I know we are big on Google and YouTube University. And I used to do that, feel like, okay, I can just get on here and learn it. But again, you want to use your mind for the creative pieces of it. And so my rule of thumb is, in business, if there's something else in your business that somebody else could be doing, then somebody else should be doing. And I know, Carrie, your favorite subjects. Yeah, I know you're big with soft skills, emotional intelligence as well. And we still need to sit down one day for lunch or coffee and have a chit chat about those things. And maybe we can collaborate and do something together. But what I was going to say is, I know that you have recently understood the fact that if there's something somebody else could be doing, they should be doing, because I know you've recently enlisted help. And that's what we have to realize. There are businesses, there are babies, but as they grow and flourish, sometimes we're going to have to let go of some of it so that we can continue, first of all, to take care of ourselves. And that's the conference that I hosted in January. It was called Self-Care, Mind, Body, and Business, New Year, New You. And we talked about how all of those things work in conjunction, right? You can't have a truly successful business if you as the person is falling apart. And sometimes it means letting some things go. And then in the very beginning, it means just enlisting some help. Yes. Yeah. And it is. Being a business owner is exhausting in and of itself, but don't let it burn you out. Yeah, I really want to pay someone else to do the taxes. Yeah. I mean, and I know a lot of times we say, well, I can't afford that right now, I'm still new. But what is it costing you in your health? What is it costing you in your energy, your time? And so sometimes we have to sacrifice to do some things, and then do your research and find people who are reasonable. Just let me forage for, right. That's how I feel. I tell Wallace all day, all I want to do is talk to people all day. Well, I got to do this other stuff. Being a manager at my job for over 5 years still didn't give me the opportunity my heart desires. So 3 months ago, I became the founder of Role Model Teen Skate Club. This gives me more one-on. See, I love that, Amanda. That is so awesome. And we owe it to ourselves to do the things that we're passionate about. And like I was saying, I think yesterday, money can never be our motivation, right? So we need money, unfortunately, to live. We got to eat. We got to have shelter over our heads. And so I'm always grateful for the money that I have and the opportunities that I've had to be able to have a stable life. However, I'm willing to live modestly if I need to, in order to still be able to do what I do. Like, I would never quit. Somebody could call me today and offer me a job making more money than I make doing what I'm doing. But if it's not something in my passion, I'm not doing it. Okay. Oh, that's okay. That's the rest of it. More one-on-one to interact with the teens while skating, but talking to them about their daily life situations and peer pressure. I love that. I was talking to a young lady today on my way out of the event, and she is trying to plan, or she is going to plan, was just trying to enlist some support from me in the chamber. She wants to do a fashion show of sorts with young men, and kind of like a dress for success, and like, having more mature, more seasoned men, I guess, kind of pass the baton to them. I don't, it just sounds like a really great idea, because one thing I can say, as a boy mom, there are always a lot more resources out there for the girls than there are for the young men. And so anytime somebody has something like you, Amanda, where it incorporates both, or there's something for young men, I love that, because yeah, isn't that awesome? Awesome. Because our kiddos, our young people need it. They need it. They need to hear from us. They need that interface with us and be able to just interact and glean from our wisdom and our knowledge. But sometimes we need to take it outside of that regular setting. And sometimes they're not going to hear it from their family members, from their parents, right? And so we know how that is. Those of us who are parents, you could talk to your kids until you're blue in the face and tell them the do's and the don'ts, and, warn them about this and that. And it goes in one ear and out the other, but then they hear it from somebody else. And it's like, it's the first time they ever heard it. But that's why, again, I truly believe it takes a village. It takes a village in growing a business. It takes a village in raising children. It takes a village just to be able to survive and thrive in a healthy way, because we can't do it all on our own. Right. So yeah, that's the thing. And sometimes it has to come from somewhere different. It has to come from somewhere different. And I'm all for that, and creating those safe places for our kids with people who we trust, who we know have their best interest at heart. So yeah, I love that. And so thank you, Amanda, for doing what you do and for sharing that with us once again. It's absolutely awesome. And Janet, you are going to do well. I don't see any other questions in the chat. Anybody else have anything for me? Anybody in the bushes who've been listening and wants to jump up with something? We are doing Ask Stae. Ask me anything. I want y'all to drive the conversation. I'm going to be on here for just a few more minutes. I'm only going to stay on for about an hour this evening, because I have not eaten, and I still need to get prepared for tomorrow morning, because I'll probably be out of here by about 8:15 or something. And that comes pretty fast when you've had such a productive day. And that's what I am trying to learn how to say instead of busy, because busy can mean a lot of things. I'm not busy. I'm productive. Have a restful night and a happy Easter. Yes, thank you. And happy Easter. And it was so funny with the comment that you made about hopping. You say, and the Easter reference was intentional. That was so funny. And why did I almost forget? And I hate that. Wallace and I were in the car today, headed somewhere. And I was like, oh my gosh, babe, it's Easter on Sunday. I don't know how that snuck up on us. How do I stay so fabulous? Oh my gosh, Wallace, you are killing me right now. I stay so fabulous because I have such a wonderful husband, and I'm able to live a stress-free life. Sir, find something to do. Do you have any advice about doing my first show other than showing up and getting that email list filled up? Well, for you, Janet, that's a good one, because I do have some advice. I want you to not be in your head at all about talking to people in person in the small talk, because I know that's something that you don't like. And so I want you to realize that, yeah, you have to talk to people, but guess what? When they stop by your table, your booth, or whatever, they're coming in because they're interested in what you have going on. And so feel free to not make small talk, but talk about what you're passionate about, because that's what they're there for. And I just want you to woo-saw. I want to make sure that you do your affirmations before you get there, and just don't overthink it. I also want to make sure that you collect as much information from people as you can. Make sure that you have some kind of sign-in list where people are putting their name, they're putting their email, so that you can stay in contact with them and reach out to them and let them know when you're going to have other pop-ups and have other shows. Reach out to them and be able to let them know when you have new products. Even maybe have a bowl on your table where you can have people put their business cards in. People love giveaways. So have them put their cards in and then let them know that, you're going to be picking a winner, and whoever wins will be notified by email, and just give them a small sampling or a small product, because again, you don't want to give away the bank, but people love to be given stuff. But you're collecting those business cards as a way to also collect their information. Once somebody willingly gives you their business card, once somebody willingly signs up on your sheet and puts their phone number or email address, they're now giving you permission to contact them. And so it's so important to start building those contacts, so then when we have stuff going on, we can reach out to those potential clients. So that is my advice for you, Janet. Make sure you get the information and don't worry about the small talk. Oh, likewise, Sarah, likewise. Thank you so much. Our second meeting, a teen came forward and asked for help because they were being pressured by other teens to do drugs and wanted help. Wow, how brave of them to do that. And then again, you created that safe place for them, because if you didn't, who knows if they had anybody in their life who they would have felt comfortable. And that's serious. That's serious. And these things that are happening now with, what is that stuff that's going on? The big, like it's a epidemic with these, I guess, fake pills or whatever. And several kids around here have passed away from that. And of course, I can't think of it now. See, there y'all go, laughing and encouraging him again, Amanda. See, I was just all, Amanda's great. And then you turn around and start encouraging Wallace Lee Hall. Yep, I have an email list ready to print out. Good, good. I mean, having those contacts, and that's what I say. When we're on social media or whatever, we know each other on social media, but you can't have this be the only way that you contact people. Janet, create a QR code where they can sign up for your mailing list. Yes, QR codes are awesome. They have the digital business cards, so it kind of cuts down on paper. You can put multiple links. Let me show y'all. I use this app called Okay, let me see. The app went away. I wanted to show y'all the actual app. So there it is. I don't know if y'all can see that little thing, but it's purple and it's called Hi Hello. And then when I click on that, my face pops up and then it'll allow me to send it. So this is just my digital business card. So that's me. And then all of my information is here. And so the way I share it is that QR code. So somebody can just take their phone, and it's just like a QR code you would see at a restaurant or wherever else. And it automatically then sends my information to their phone. So I don't have to have a business card. And so you can do this for them to get your information, but then you can also have a QR code where it links to your website, where they're able to put in their information. And this app is free. I think they may have a paid version where you have more. I haven't run into anything where I needed more. And then you can also just make free QR codes that aren't even linked to an app. Oh, I was going to link my QR code to my Facebook page. Again, there are ones like if you have a link tree. I love link tree because you can kind of put everything on it. My only thing is you want to get as much information as you can from people just in case this stuff goes away. And so you don't want people only following you, only subscribing to you, because if those things go away, then there's your whole database. So it's fine. I got hiccups, y'all. It's fine to get people to follow you, send them to your Facebook, but you need a different way to be, to be able to contact them. Sorry, y'all. Hiccups. So that's the only thing. You just don't want to, put all your eggs in one basket. So you definitely want to collect those email addresses, send them to your social media for sure, but just don't let that be the only way. I know, isn't that awesome? See, I love the way everybody's encouraging everyone. Yes, just with a good heart. Hey, Ruby. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, fentanyl. Yep. I'm behind on these comments. Okay, but you know I could do a QR. Yes. Yep. You sure can. And that's what I mean. You want to do all the things. You want to do all the things. So it looks like everybody's just saying hi to everybody. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, just make sure that you're just not putting all your eggs in one basket. That's all I'm saying. You definitely want to drive them to your Facebook, your YouTube, whatever, but just make sure that you're getting some information from them. That's the only thing. I'm just about not letting these platforms be in control. Thank you, ladies. Yes, I was able to get them help that was needed. I'm grateful to be a leader of the growing group of teens. Yeah, that's awesome. And I know you have such a huge heart, Amanda. I already know that. So they are so blessed to have you. Janet, I'm not sure what happened, but great to know. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. So I am definitely proud of all of you ladies. I'm rooting for all of you. I know you're going to do great things. You're already operating in excellent. Just get out of your own way. Don't overthink things. It's okay to be a little bit nervous. It's okay to be a little bit anxious, but just know that that's normal. And as long as you have that little bit of nervousness and anxiousness, as long as you don't let it be debilitating and keep you from doing what you want to do, that just means you're passionate and that you want to make sure that you're producing good work, and you will. Yes, 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 yes. She's just having a little bit of a freak out, which is normal. We've all been there. And I share it with y'all, with me. And it happens. I mean, even now, I do this stuff all the time. Everything doesn't always go right. And 9 times out of 10, no one knows what was missing or what was wrong but me. I mean, the biggest of events. We just did that sneaker ball with over 500 people in February. All kind of things went wrong. But guess what? Everyone left there happy. Everyone left there like, oh my gosh, it just keeps getting better every year. We can't wait until next year. They had an absolute ball. And no one knew the behind the scene things that went on, because guess what? No one knows what's supposed to happen. So as long as you show up with a smile on your face and you just let the freak out stay inside, nobody's going to know. They're not going to know. And so don't worry about that. And we just overthink things so much. And most of the things that we worry about never even happen. And so what does that mean? We just wasted our time worrying about nothing, because most of the time it doesn't happen. And then the things that happen that are out of our control are exactly that, out of our control. So there was nothing that we could have done to prevent it. Yeah, she's going to be fine. We got this tribe here, Miss Ruby. We are all encouraging one another. And that's the thing too. Miss Ruby just came in, didn't even know what the issue was. She's like, oh, the sky's the limit. You're going to be awesome. Yes. And work it's such a distraction. Yes, such a distraction. Just to keep us from our goal, keep us from, and that's why we just have to fight through it. And that's why those affirmations, that positive self-talk, like it's so easy for us, right, to have that negative self-talk, that negative dialogue, all the doubt. We need to reverse that in our brain and make it just as easy to have the positive self-talk. I know I can do it. I am capable. I am able. I am worthy. Tell yourselves those things. I know. I still can't even imagine. Like, this is the first time in the YouTube community that I'm ever meeting like real live beekeepers. Like, I knew it was a thing, but I didn't know. I wish I did. I think I'm going to make a half a sandwich before I go to bed because I have not eaten. They had food at the event, but y'all know I'm on my new journey with Wegovy. So I'm eating healthy, doing things right. And so I am glad to report that I went to the event tonight. I did not have a glass of wine, and we have plenty of wine there. And I did not eat any of the snickety snacks. They had sugar cookies. They had something that looked like maybe a strawberry shortcake. They had wings. They had all kind of stuff. And I didn't eat any of it. Janet, I just subscribed. Definitely go and check out your channel. See, awesome, awesome, awesome. And that is how we grow our tribe, because it takes a village and we are stronger together. So I love to see the growth. I love to see people supporting. I love it. I'm drinking more water. Me too. Me too. I'm getting my water intake, and I've been putting electrolytes in the water as well to kind of help, because again, with this Wegovy and not eating a lot, it's if you're not hungry, it's kind of hard to be thirsty too. So I'm trying to drink a lot of water, but I'm making sure with whatever water I drink, I have the electrolytes. Thanks, Ruby. I think I subscribed to yours a while ago, but I'm not sure. I'm going to check. And that's the thing too. Checking. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago, I think, on Miss T. YouTube just be unsubscribing, because I know I've subscribed to certain people, and then I'm like, why haven't I seen them in a while? And so I'll go to their channel and I'm not subscribed. So I just hit it again. Stae, I definitely am getting a light snack. Yes. Yes. I'm like, dang. And I've been gone all day. I've been gone all day. Oh my gosh. I wish I could have a cookie. Ugh. Yeah, the electrolytes are really important. And so Wallace gets a water that already has the electrolytes in it, but I'm always filling this up just from the filtered water in the refrigerator. So I bought the little packs and just put them in there. They're kind of like the Crystal Light things, but they're not nearly as sweet, but it makes it taste more like a Gatorade. And it's good for you. Stae, I fell off the wagon. This cute little girl rang the door and sold me world's finest candy. We have all been there, Deborah. We have all been there. Now, I'm just, on day 4 of week 1. And, I'm determined, but I have fallen off the wagon is what got me where I am today. So I definitely understand. Oh my goodness. And I used to love Fruity Pebbles. I probably still would. I just can't do milk, but Fruity Pebbles are the bomb. Fruity Pebble cookies. Oh my gosh. I saw somebody make like Rice Krispie treats types of things too. Oh, that is awesome. I'm going to have to check your channel out, Ruby. I can't wait. I love to cook. Now, I can't bake. I'm not a baker. My ADHD, I guess, won't allow me to bake because I'm not good at following recipes. And so just cooking regular food, you could do a little of this and a little of that and just this to taste. But baking, you really need to be precise, because if you don't have those measurements right, you're not getting it. Yeah, Mio's taste good. They do. And I've tried the infused water before, Janet, where I'll just like cut up some cucumbers, lemons, limes, and just kind of let it sit for a day or two until it really gets in there. But, we kind of get addicted to that sweetness, and that's what it is. Like, it's good, but it's still not the same, right? Oh, see, listen to Wally. He like, did you get that? He trying to live vicariously through you, Jenna. Did you get the almond ones? Yeah, it's just difficult for me. Like, I can make the like peanut butter cookies because it's like 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of peanut butter type of thing, and they turn out pretty good. Deborah, if you're talking about the candy bar, she definitely would have gotten all my money. Yeah. Yeah, I got Wallace eating healthy too, so that's why he asking. Yes, baking is like either you got it or you don't. You sub just based off of Fruity Pebbles. I love it. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Yeah, and I do. I'm telling you, Lisa, one thing about me, you will find out I stay in my lane. If that is not my ministry, then I'm not trying to do it. I am definitely someone who is self-aware. I know what I'm good at and I know what I need to leave alone. Now, if you want some smothered pork chops or something, some spaghetti, some lasagna, I'm your girl. But if you want a German chocolate cake, no, you're going to have to get somebody else to do it. The kitchen is all yeah. And I love cooking as well. Baking, not so much, but I love cooking. I cook just about every day. And I always have since my kids were little. Yeah, really good. Sarah's a sweetheart. I'm so glad that y'all are connecting. I don't even know what I'm going to make tomorrow. Probably anything. I mean, nothing is what I mean. Yeah. Oh, growing the tribe, growing the tribe. I love that. Everyone, please follow one another. Y'all know I don't have Nightbot. My she said she already yeah, smothered pork chops, and that's what Wallace just said he wanted for Easter, and that's why that was on my mind. That candy bar gone, huh? See, I wish, but that's okay. That's what collaboration's about. I'll make the entree and you make the dessert. I love the cooking shows too, like Chopped and all that kind of stuff. I love that. And I've done like kind of that kind of stuff. I get so many ideas from them. Tomorrow I'm boiling the chicken, making some soup, and then freezing the extra chicken and making bone broth. Okay. I love some good homemade soup. I am really into soups and sauces right now. We have a nice little tribe here, Ruby. So welcome to the Lifer tribe. Everybody is so sweet and loves to encourage and uplift one another and just, talk about the things that we all deal with in day-to-day life. I believe in being as candid and transparent as possible. And it's just my passion just to help other people be able to live at their highest self and reach whatever level of success they deserve and desire. And just getting out of our own way, stopping the stinking thinking. So that is what you will always find over here. I make excellent vegetables. So side dishes. Okay. Yeah. And I love making anything that's actual food. So I do good vegetables. I love casseroles, all that stuff. Me too, Sarah. Me too. We are stronger together. We are stronger together. I had people over here on here. Hey, Tony. See, I was all into this. Hey, Tori. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're still here. Y'all know Facebook don't be playing well with YouTube. And then, like I said, I got an alert today saying that something was going on with StreamYard and Facebook. Look at all these subs. See, we growing. I'm so glad you decided to do this March Madness. Me too. It's been fun because, like I said, I did Vlogmas, I did Vlogtober, but that's different because it's not the live interaction. But I did those both for the whole month. So I'm like, if I can do a whole month of creating vlogs and editing and making thumbnails and uploading every day, then I can definitely go live every day. For 2 weeks. And then, of course, I'm still going to be going live after this for Mindset Monday, Thirsty Thursdays, and then the Hallway Life with Wallace on Sunday. So I'm still going to be here 3 days a week after this. But I was like, I don't know if anybody does this, if I can take credit for making it up, but I'm going to. Are Del Monte's fresh vegetables? No, when I first met Wallace, he ate canned vegetables. And then he had the nerve to say, well, the can says fresh, packed fresh. These are not fresh. And so I have him after 10 years. He finally is eating fresh vegetables, but there are some vegetables where he wants me to cook them until there is absolutely no nutritional value left. I'm like, I am not going to keep collard greens on the stove for 12 hours. You do not have, you could literally eat this stuff raw. Why would you need to boil it for those many hours. I like a little crisp still to my vegetables, but he's doing better. But he's like a little kid. Every once in a while, I got to look at his plate and be like, no, eat 2 more bites. I look forward to being here every night, even when I'm at work. I run to my office. Oh, thank you, Amanda. And I enjoy it. I'm telling y'all, it does a lot for me as well. It really does. I mean, I wouldn't be able to show up if it didn't. And I wish I could do more of this. And so I'll probably be coming up with some different challenges along the way. But like I said, I'm going to be here on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, no matter what. But every once in a while, I'll come up with a little challenge for myself to show up more often. And I'm going to start doing more premieres because that was fun yesterday. Doing those. Right. Tell him. But it was fun doing the premiere. And so even though I wasn't live, getting to just chat with everybody in real time in the comments, that was fun too. But yeah, y'all, it is after 10 o'clock at night here. I know it's after 11 o'clock for some of y'all, but I appreciate you so much for tuning in and being a part of this Lifer Tribe. This was really fun tonight. It has been fun since the day I started. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Janet, you know, I don't even remember what I'm talking about tomorrow, but at some point tonight, I'll be getting that all set because I do have a list of all of the things that I'm going to talk about. Tonight was the only one that wasn't actually on the list because, again, I was coming on so late. And I'm like, well, I don't know if they're even going to want to tune in. And I didn't want to do a subject and y'all, you know, were asleep. And so I'm like, well, maybe I'll just do an Ask Stae. So if we only have a couple of people or whatever, we could still get the dialogue on. But no, I have no idea what it's going to be tomorrow until I get into this laptop and see what's on the list. And I will definitely post it because I appreciate you so much, Janet, for making that TV guide of sorts for us. Oh, you are absolutely welcome, Lisa. It is my joy. It is definitely, when I say that, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Dr. Hall just rinsed the can of vegetables and start with fresh water. Oh my God, he is a mess with those vegetables. I'm telling you, but thank you for trying to help me, y'all, because he's a mess. Okay, I will. It'll be posted tonight for sure. Good night, Ruby. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Well, y'all, I am going to get off for the night and get my stuff ready for tomorrow and grab a little something to eat. I think I'm just going to make a half a sandwich and then go in there and chill out with my crazy husband and see what we might be able to watch on Netflix until I am ready to fall asleep. So good night. And y'all, if you have trouble sleeping, ashwagandha has been a lifesaver for me. So if you have trouble sleeping, ashwagandha, I have my Apple Watch and it tracks my sleep, and my sleep has been so much better the last 2 nights because I take the ashwagandha. So if you have any problem sleeping at night, I've tried melatonin, I've tried, you know, the different teas, but the ashwagandha, it was good. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm glad that you said that with your silly self, Wallace. My sister is going to be joining me tomorrow. So Margot H. Towner is going to be joining me tomorrow and talking about her book writing process, because y'all know I also do that. And so I helped and coached my sister through that book writing process. So we're going to be talking about that and her new book. And so y'all will get to meet my sister tomorrow. And that is what my show is about. I just remembered that when Wallace said, can he join me tomorrow? So no, you cannot. You are welcome. And so, yeah, y'all make sure you show up tomorrow so y'all can meet my sister and show her some of this Lifer Tribe love. G Mama Grows in the Garden is sending me ashwagandha. Oh, good. Yeah, that ashwagandha, I'm telling you, it has been a game changer for me. Yeah, it's going to be fun, Janet. Yeah. And my sister, she's not really shy, but she's like not like me with this stuff. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm already worried about what am I going to say? Like, don't worry about what you're going to say. Yeah, you won't be joining me tomorrow, but Wallace will be with me on Sunday and maybe on Saturday. If you want to join me Saturday, boo, that's fine. But yeah, tomorrow is going to be my sister Margot, who my husband just calls Go. And so my name is Stae and her name is Margot and he calls her Go. Get it? Stae and Go. I told her we need to write a children's book together and let the girls' names be Stae and Go, like the Adventures of Stae and Go. So we may just do that. So anyway, y'all, I am getting off for real this time. For real, because I could literally talk to y'all all night, but then I would be so tired in the morning. So y'all know the drill. I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Always love one another and be kind, but don't forget to live your life. L-Y-F-E. Love yourself first explicitly. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night.
Living life is Stae. Hey, hey. 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 Love yourself first, explicitly. You owe it to yourself to move with that energy. Empower your self-esteem. Self-love is king. That's the only way to win. That's how you empower your dream.